Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In the previous video, that is verbs part 1, we had already discussed the definition of a verb, the classification of the verb, that is the verb is classified into two types. What are they? The main verb and the auxiliary verb. The main verb is also called the principal verb and the auxiliary verb is also called as the helping verb. Again, the auxiliary verb is of two types. What are they? Primary auxiliary verb and the second one is modal auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb is again divided into two types, classified into two types. Primary auxiliary verb and modal auxiliary verb. I have discussed this in detail in part 1 in the verb chart. You may see the video if you want to listen to the explanation of the verb chart. This is just a revision so that it might be easy for us to go into the next topic. Right? The auxiliary verb or helping verb is again divided into two types. Primary auxiliary verb and modal auxiliary verb. The primary auxiliary verb and the modal auxiliary verb. It sounds good, but most of us fail to realize that both of them have different functions. Most of us do not know the difference between the primary auxiliary verb and the modal auxiliary verb. Or to be specific, where do we use the primary auxiliary verb and where do we use the modal auxiliary verb? Is there a difference? If there is a difference, where is it to be used? Where should we use the primary auxiliary verb and where should we use the modal auxiliary verb? Today, let us discuss that. The primary auxiliary verb, it helps us to form tenses. You might have heard about tenses, right? The present tense, the past tense and the future tense. Right? Again, the present tense is classified into simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense and present perfect continuous tense. Depending upon the time of the action has happened, the present tense is again classified into four types. So this particular primary auxiliary verb or the primary auxiliary verbs help us to form tenses. Indirectly, they tell us that when the action has happened. I repeat, the primary auxiliary verb helps us to form the tenses. The primary auxiliary verbs help us to form the tenses. Indirectly, they tell us when the action has happened or when did the action happen. Is it happening now or has it already happened or is it going to happen? For example, let us take the primary auxiliary verb was. Ramu was playing cricket. Ramu was playing cricket. Here, forget about the text for a moment. I have used the primary auxiliary verb was. I have used the primary auxiliary verb was. Now, what does this signify? This tells us that the action is not related to the present or to the future. It is definitely related to the past because I have used the primary auxiliary verb was. Now to be specific, Ramu was playing cricket. That means in the past, maybe yesterday or the day before yesterday, last week, last month, last year or 10 years ago, whatever it might be. If you want, you can tell or else it's up to you. In the past, at a specific time, Ramu was playing cricket. I repeat, in the past, at a specific time, Ramu was playing cricket. That means at that particular time, this action was happening. At that particular time, this action was happening. Hence, past continuous tense. And which type of auxiliary verb helped us to frame this past continuous tense? Was. Hence, the primary auxiliary verbs help us to form the tenses. Indirectly, they help us to tell when the action has happened. Is it happening now or has it happened or is it going to happen? Then what about the modal auxiliary verb? There are 13 modal auxiliary verbs. Will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, need, ought to, dare, have to or used to. Each modal auxiliary verb has a specific function. I repeat, each modal auxiliary, as I had already told you, each modal auxiliary verb has a specific function. I repeat, each modal auxiliary verb has a specific function. There are totally 13 modal auxiliary verbs. Will, could, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, need, ought to, dare, have to. Now let us take the most commonly used modal auxiliary verb may. Right? Now where is may used? This particular modal auxiliary verb may has two specific functions. I repeat, the modal auxiliary verb may has two specific functions. The first one is taking or giving permission, and the second one is to express possibility. I repeat, the first one is taking or giving permission, and the second one is to express possibility. For example, to take permission, the most commonly used sentence or question: may I come in, sir? May I come in, madam? Your phone is not working and you want to make an urgent call. What are you going to do? You will request your friend to lend you his phone. Now how would you ask the permission? May I use your phone? May I use your phone? May I come in? May I go out? May I sit here? May I take a break? May I go out for a while? Etc. etc. Yes, you may use my phone. Yes, you may sit here. Taking or giving permission. Now the second use. The same modal auxiliary verb may is also used to express the possibility. For example, I am standing in this room, classroom. When I peep out of the window, I can see a few clouds, scattered clouds. And I feel that it might rain, it may rain. There is a possibility. So how am I going to express this possibility? I can say, it may rain. A few kids want to go out and play cricket. How am I going to warn them? Please don't go out. It may rain. Please don't go out. It may rain. I cannot say it will rain because I am not God. I can say it may rain. There is a possibility that it may rain. I can also say it might rain, but the possibility reduces. I am going to make detailed videos of the usage of each and every modal auxiliary verb and also the tenses, of course. This video is to help you understand the difference between the primary auxiliary verb and the modal auxiliary verb. I repeat, the primary auxiliary verb, it helps us to form tenses or indirectly helps us to know, helps us to tell when the action has happened. Is it happening now? Has it happened? Or is it going to happen? And the modal auxiliary verb. Each modal auxiliary verb has a specific function. Each modal auxiliary verb has a specific function. So this is the difference between the primary auxiliary verb and the modal auxiliary verb.